Good afternoon everyone. I am C. Selvapriyadharshini from the Department of Nutrition and Dietetics from the SFR College of Women's, Sivakasi. So in today's topic we are going to say about the stages of sugar cookery. So next, what is sugar? So sugar, we all know that it's a monosaccharides and it have different classification, different form of sugars we saw in we use in our daily life, and we also saw in our syllabus, or we studied in our lessons and throughout use in our lifestyles. Adukapra sugar. So first, what is sugar? So sugar is a sweet and it's also in the crystalline in shape, which have a soluble carbohydrate which is easily soluble, and it may belongs to another. We also already we seen in it's used in monosaccharides. So for example, it's have glucose, fructose and galactose. These are the different type of sugar, and also the disaccharides is present. For example, sucrose and lactose and then a maltose groups also comes under in a disaccharides. In monosaccharides, the glucose, the fructose and galactose are came. So it's provide energy to our body, and naturally it's present in fruits, vegetables, honey and milk, like the fructose, which is morely present in fruits because its another name is fruit sugar. So honey, it's having sugar, naturally it's having sugar, and also milk, it's having sugar, and which is commercially we getting the sugar from sugar beet and from another sugar cane. So it's providing another sweetness to our products like a milk, or we making milk based product which providing the natural sweet, like a sweet taste, and also the food which contain these different kind of sugars like the lactose, fructose, glucose and sucrose, which is easily give taste to that finished products. So which is natural sweetener, it's giving the sweet taste, and also it's increasing the interest towards the food more. So second one, what are the different forms of sugar which is commercially present in our market? So first one is sucrose. So sucrose is sugar which is we all know that we get from the sugar cane and also the sugar beet, which giving the sweetness taste. It's naturally, it's we everyone using the sucrose only in our home too, and it is present in all the fruits and vegetables. The product which is the product of photosynthesis and acquires in the greatest quantity in this product. And the D-fructose. What is a fructose? First one we saw about in a sucrose. So here the fructose. A fructose is a monosaccharide and which is a natural sugars, which is another name for the fructose is a fruit sugar. And these sources of glucose for the commercial manufacture, it is in the starch. And the honey, the fruits also contain the glucose and also the fructose. The richest source of fructose is the ripened fruit, because ripened fruit having more amount of fructose. By that we can naturally obtain fructose from these fruits sources. And whether the well ripened fruit means it have more amount of fructose compared to the ripened fruits, less ripened fruits. And third form is dextrose. So dextrose is a syrup and which is a monosaccharides, and which is a starch which having another, which it's a starch, it's a multi-enzyme process. The carbohydrate composition, it's manufacturing of dextrose in a sugar, glucose, and the 1 to 3% of maltose and 2 to 2% is higher saccharides, which means the sugar is present in these kind of dextrose syrup. So next one, which is a molasses. So we all know that molasses, which is a byproduct of sugar cane processing. So its residues, the residues after the sugar crystallization process, the removal of that concentration, the solution, which is a brown in color. We also said this in a color, we said this in the arakku color, we can say this Tamil, no. So like that color it's present. The color which is for the molasses is the dark brownish color, so which contain the less than or equal to 25% of water it having, and also the less than 5% of mineral ashes present. So after the first crystallization, so while we manufacturing or while we processing the sugar cane, so during the first crystallization the color should be very light in color and high amount of sugar is present. So after the final processing, the dark and bitter and high mineral content is present, which is we also known as in backstraps molasses. So which is mainly uses in cooking, baking and also in the confectionery products. So which is not used in our home basically. In our household, like Indian household, we doesn't use more amount of these kind of molasses in the dishes, but also in some preparation, home cooking method and also baking method and also confectionery method, they are using this molasses for the preparation. So after final one is the maple syrup. So we all know that which is costly, which is not using in our country more wisely. We also see this maple syrup is used above the pancakes and all, and generally we are using the honey or maple syrup. So these maple syrup which is get from the maple tree sap, and it's contain less than 35% of water and a highly priced syrup for culinary and table uses. Table uses and culinary, which means using in the food, and which is also giving the good amount of sweetness. So last one is the honey. So honey which is contains 70% of water and 82.5% of carbohydrate, and it's also mainly contain the sucrose 38%, glucose 31% and maltose 7% and sucrose 2%. The small amount of minerals and vitamins and enzymes is also present. The color variation which is from the white to the dark umber color, and depend on the flower sources, the color and what we can say, the shelf life, everything is different. So it's generally having the long shelf life due to a low water content, because it's contain very less amount of water, 70% of water only present. So it's contain high osmotic pressure, so which means the high osmotic pressure which prevents the growth of microorganisms like a yeast, mold or fungi. So by that the shelf life also high, the deterioration period and the spoilage periods also it's reduced. So it have high osmotic pressure, so the less amount of microorganisms present, by that the high shelf life is present. So the uses, the treatment for indigestion, many people are using for the cough, many people using the cold, many people using the wound, for many people they applying these honey, and also they also taken in the diet. And for especially in our Indian household, this honey is used in cold and cough for preventing and also for curing purpose. So the bees which convert the nectar into honey by using the enzymes, they are using the glucose oxidase enzymes to converting the process from the nectar to the honey. After that, the glucose, sucrose which contain glucose plus fructose, and glucose oxidase which contain the gluconic acids plus hydrogen peroxidase, so which having the antimicrobial action. So the honey if we are using for a wound or some other treatment, it's also used in some ointment preparation, which helpful to prepare, which helps to prevent that microorganism action in that particular area. So it's our main topic. What is? It's the stages of sugar cookery. So stages of sugar cookery, which means that what are the different stages the sugar will accomplish. So in different stages, in different degree, in the different doneness, the different product is made. First product is sugar, which is the syrup. So it's used in gulab jamun, also jalebi. It's have the degree Celsius 110 to 112 degrees Celsius, which is having the thread-like consistency. If while preparing the sugar syrup, it's having the 2 inches of length. It's like a thread-like structure. While we are taking that syrups between the thumb and the first finger, you have that string consistency. So which is a syrup consistency, we also said as a thread consistency. And second one is 112 to 115 degree Celsius, which is useful for making of burfis, fontaine and fudges, and which is known as in a soft ball stage. So in this soft ball stage, while we taking the syrup and drop in the cold water, it's form a ball and is and it have that flattened shape after we remove from the water. And last stages in this first 3 one is 180 to 120 degrees Celsius, which is a firm ball, which is help to make the product the bundi and another laddu. So in this stage, how we can description of these tests is the syrup while we put it in the cold water, which have the ball shape and doesn't flatten on removal from the water, like same. So these are the pictorial representation of the thread stage, the soft ball stage and firm ball stage, and soft crack and hard crack, and last one is caramel. So after that we have a hot ball stage. In the hot ball stage, the Celsius is 121 to 130 degrees Celsius. So generally used for marshmallow preparation. Here the description is, while we drop the syrup in a cold water, it's became the ball and it's hard and to hold its shape. It doesn't hold this shape that much easily. So after that 130 to 143 degrees Celsius, the soft crack stage. Here the product are made from these syrup is butterscotch and also toffees. So here the description about these stages is, while we drop the sugar into the cold water, it has thread like structure and that is hot. It is not brittle, that much brittle, which means we can't able to crack that soft crack. And last one is the hard crack stage, which is 149 degrees Celsius to 154 degrees Celsius, which is used for the chickies and also the brittle like chickies and the product. So which is, while we drop into cold water, it have thread like stage, it's hard and it's easily, we can easily crack. So these are these stages of sugar cookery. So we saw in next another useful video. Okay, hope this video is useful for you. Thank you.